Welcome to Smiles Television Talk Show. I'm your host, Stephanie Anthony Miles, and thank you for joining us another Monday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on Charter Cable Channel 984. Although we come on Monday night, you know to tune in quite often because we may just show the broadcast on other nights. Today we have a wonderful guest. I'm sitting with a living legend, Mr. Dick Gregory. Don't go away. Remember, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. The Monitor newspaper has been in business since 1963. They know the newspaper business. Support our own newspaper right here in East St. Louis, Illinois. Support the Monitor newspaper. I'm thrilled to be sitting here with a living legend, an activist, a person who has a heart for people, a heart for you. At 80 years old, he's still fighting for us. Activist, comedian Dick Gregory was arrested for civil disobedience several times, and his activism spurred him to run for mayor of Chicago back in 1966 and for president of the United States. That's right. Barack Obama and Reverend Jesse Jackson weren't the first. Dick Gregory ran for president in 1968. In the early 1970s, Gregory abandoned comedy and focused on his political interests. As a result of that, he dealt a lot with race relations. He dealt with world hunger, capital punishment, drug abuse, and poor health. Let's talk to Mr. Gregory right now. Dick Gregory, thank you for
Thank you,
joining
dear.
us.
God bless you and peace to you. Let me straighten some of that up.
Please, yes, sir.
Because what keeps us in trouble, and that's why shows like this is good, is perceptions.
Hmm.
Perceptions.
Okay.
Um, Before Barack Obama ran for president, name me three other black folks that ran for president.
Okay, before Barack Obama, we had Reverend Jesse Jackson. We had Shirley Chisholm.
Now, let's stop there. They never ran for president.
Okay, help me.
I was the first person in the history of the country
Mm,
to run for president.
okay.
They ran in the primary.
You know, you are absolutely
That's,
right.
no, that's what I'm saying about
Right.
perception.
That's right.
Perception.
Right.
And that's why we cannot deal with our children because they don't hear what you mean, they hear what you say.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
They teach chimps how to drive a car. You tell me you can't teach a child how to read in the third grade? That's because they don't want to, and we don't challenge it. How come we the only children that can't read? Hmm? What about the Italians, the poor Jews, the poor? What is that?
What is that?
That's the mentality we have. Hmm? The mentality we have. You know, the black women in America have a mindset that once it changed, I'm one of the most powerful human beings in the world because of my wife, and I recognize the two powerful forces in America, the black woman and the black church. We're the only slave that never was in bondage 5,000 years. The Jews was there, the Romans was there. They couldn't keep us 300 years. Why? The boy thought he was stealing the work. He's stealing the scientist. I built the pyramid. Huh? We get on shows like this, we want to apologize for it. Most of all your fantastic buildings in Europe was built by us.
Mhm.
Huh?
Mhm.
I mean, we come under a system here that if this white brother here was teaching us how to read and write, they'd kill him. We couldn't get married. We jumped over the broom.
Hmm.
I've been married 54 years, and that's a short time.
Wow.
I got 10 children. Ain't a book they got at Harvard, Yale, MIT. They can't read from front to back. It didn't work. Huh? But we want them to tell us and not factor racism in. Huh? And we listen to it.
Let me ask you this. Looking at our children today, the youth today,
Yeah.
what do you make of it?
You make nothing out of it. Look, if I came in here tonight with blonde hair and blue eyes, you trace that back to who?
Anglo-Saxon.
My mother and father.
Right.
They trace this back to you.
Okay.
We keep skipping and going around here. We keep skipping. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 81 years old, and you can take that camera and go all the way across this country and interview black men. So when's the last time a white racist cop took his nightstick and hit your car? Never! Huh? You've been black all your life. You ever had a black man, all your friends tell you, this cop shot my car? Well, he'll shoot your mama, you in the head 90 times, and we ain't gonna do nothing about it. But you know you better not mess with my car. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
That black man come out of your belly,
Mm-hmm.
go to war, kill, fight, and then come home and get killed.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all don't do nothing about it. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And thank God for Dr. King and all of that, because most of you black folks trying to ride in on it. You wasn't there. I'm not talking about you wasn't there.
I understand. Right.
Huh?
Right.
But we go everywhere else. They say, don't say nigger. Who told you that? There wasn't a black person sitting at the table. Did you see the Abraham Lincoln, the new movie?
No, sir, I haven't.
You see the butler?
Yes.
See how many times they said nigger in the butler? It's okay for them, but not for you. And we tolerate it. Why did someone decide nigger was bad? The O.J. Simpson trial. 99% of white folk thought he was guilty. And they really believed when Mark Furman, head chief of detectives, when all that secret stuff came out, with a court order where he said nigger this, the nigger this, the nigger that, and they really believed he lost that case because of the word nigger, so they told you don't say it. And then turn us against our children. Huh? And y'all believe that? My mama ain't never lynched nobody or stole somebody from their church, from their mother. Huh? And they want to tell you about family values? The mob killed so many Italians. They called it a crime syndicate, the government. And you worry about black on black crime. See, I remember as a little boy, you hear about some vicious crime, and you hear niggas, I hope he wasn't black. Why? Who'd you hope he was then? You didn't say, I hope it didn't happen. You said, I hope he's not black. Well, what do you want him to be, a Jew, an Italian, an Irish? And we don't see this.
Let me ask you this,
See this.
and I'm listening very carefully. You have so much wisdom. I personally want to know, what can we do today to really affect a real change?
You're not qualified. You're not qualified.
What has to happen?
When they decided that we needed to go into court and fight our own legal battles because nobody understood it, went to law school, right? When America decided she wanted to go to outer space, she didn't get people just because they love America. They brought scientists in from all over the world. We're the only people that sit and say, what can we do? Huh? Okay? If your son or daughter calls and says you're a drug addict, what you gonna do? You don't qualify. I had one of my children. I got 10 bright children. This nigga's the brightest one. Dad, you got to come to Dallas. I'm hooked to crack. I can't help you. I ain't never smoked a reefer. Never smoked a reefer. And don't call your mama. She never drink a beer. You have children?
Yes.
If they one called you and told you they had a brain tumor, could you help?
Couldn't do it.
Well, why you think you can go on rest?
What we can do?
Here you go again.
Mm.
Here you go again. See? That's why I don't even like to talk to y'all.
Mm.
I go all over. 99% of my audience is white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Out of the, I gave Ron that book. What is 1,100 people who, what is it? Who made America?
1001.
Go back before the May. I'm listed, huh? But I ain't never went around talking that old yop talk that you ain't supposed to talk, huh? What's that about? But you see, what's changing now is what you do. President Kennedy's brain is missing. I tell you that NBC, ABC not gonna tell you. I know something they don't know. And because of social radio now, social radio. When I was a little boy growing up, NBC, CBS, ABC News had 40 million people every evening, not together.
Mm-hmm.
Today, they don't have 17 million together. They're like buying that Tide crap no more. You know, nobody. It's a game. And so when you look and look at it, fibroid tumors, you heard of it?
Yes.
I never heard of it when I was a little boy.
Right.
Did you? Okay. You can't catch it. It's not a disease.
The food.
Huh? No. God gave me nappy hair, and I'm not honest enough to say, God, you really messed up. Sis and Roebuck didn't give me nappy hair. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, God, you really messed up. Fibroid tumors appeared after perms.
Wow.
See, this God gave you. Huh? The mountains, the rivers, the streams, mess it up and it's over. 98% of black women have all the fibroid tumors, and the next highest one is Jews. What they got in common? Nappy hair. We don't even realize that. Nappy hair. But don't say nigga, but don't nobody want to talk about that yellow thing. What kind of fools are you? You know that yellow stuff exists. You know that. We talk about it all the time. So there's a universal order. Harvard can't teach you nothing. He was born with. That's an insult to the universal God.
I was just talking the other day with family members, and we were talking about Egypt and how still today we can't figure out how they did what was done.
They did what?
Built pyramids and
oh, I said they didn't build the pyramids, baby. Egypt, you know what that bullshit? It's Egypt. It's the lightest African on the continent of Africa. Pyramids was built 6,000 years before there was an Egyptian. But they keep changing it. And we keep buying into it. Because we want to be like. There's a universal God that say, I your God, before I sit back and let you reduce yourself below the dignity I gave you just so you can pay your rent and feed your children, I will destroy you from the inside. Now let's look at it. Black men in America is 4% of America's population. Black men, 4%. 98%, I thought I had it, but 98%. 82% of prostate cancer death is black men in the U.S. What can we do? We 12% of America's population. Men are 4%, but we got 92% of prostate cancer death, and nobody want to talk about that. Black women, 6%. 82% of fibroid tumor death is black women.
82%.
98%.
98%. Well, okay. Wow.
And so when you stop and think about it, let me give you an example. Me and Dr. King and about 500 folks, we was getting ready to integrate a restaurant, but more than that, the building that the restaurant was in was Shelton, who was head of the Ku Klux Klan. It was his office. And so we had a standoff.
Mm-hmm.
And Kennedy called and said, if y'all just wait till 12 noon tomorrow, I'll send the military in. So we didn't want to leave because we felt it was going to trick us so we couldn't get back at that spot. And what we had was white students from the University of Alabama to go and fill the place up, so when they told us we had no more room, they would get up and leave.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'd go in. So we didn't want to be tricked. So we was going to stay here. The sheriff, his brother was the general that headed the National Guard, but Kennedy was going to federalize them. So I'm here and King is here, and the sheriff said, Niagara, at 12 o'clock noon, when that Niagara-loving president signed that executive order, I'm going to blow your nigger brains out. Now, let me tell you how stupid. Right now, they saying for me to tell this story, I got to say he said N-word. When that N-word loving president signed that, I'm going to break your N-word. Can you imagine some Jews going to use a word to describe what the Nazis did to them? And we wonder, what could we do with our children? I wish I had a child here now, because I don't know where you black folk came from this one, that can walk with his pants below its underwear and look at y'all go crazy. When the priest was ripping off them boys for 2,000 years, they didn't have their pants below their drawers. So what are you asking for? As long as you look at y'all sitting out there looking at me now, how many of y'all have done things in the house, sex-wise and all kind of stuff, that's a violation of the law? Wearing your pants below your drawers is not a violation. I used to drink a fifth of scotch every day. I can't tell you how many days I was driving drunk. That's a crime. Wearing your pants below your drawers ain't no crime. As a matter of fact, you could walk down there with your pants below your knees and would nobody be mad. So with this thing, they don't, it's a sexist thing. Huh? We don't care about you. Well, your brows cut down so I can see everything. And y'all fall for that crap? What was it? 30 years ago, white folk go to a football game on Saturday in college. And during halftime, they get naked and run across and call it streaking. That didn't bother y'all. One day, y'all gonna have to stop assuming you the caretaker for black children. You see hungry ones, you don't talk about what we got to do something about it. Huh? So when y'all think y'all, how can you get embarrassed by what I do? I tell you why. You got a PhD, your husband got 5. Brand new Rolls Royce. Driving down the street, you hear the siren. And you squeeze the steering wheel. Because you think they're after you. And when that cop car passed by you, you say, thank God for what he wasn't after you in the first place. And if you never learn the one thing this president pulled off for the whole world, it don't make no difference if you, they'll treat you no better than it would my drunken alcoholic, can't read, can't write cousin. Okay? You've been to the best colleges, the best image for family man.
Thank you. Stay tuned for more smiles. We'll be right back.
Did you know that African American men have the highest rate of prostate cancer in the United States? Did you know that approximately 30,000 men in the United States die each year from prostate cancer? Did you know that prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men. Did you know that prostate cancer can be cured if only detected early?
I was diagnosed with prostate cancer 10 years ago, and I never thought that would happen to me. If you're a man 40 years or over, I suggest that you go down and get tested. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. I am glad I got tested so I can live to enjoy my retirement and see my grandchildren's growth.
Early detection can save your life. For more information, visit the website at www.eshd.org.
My name is Angela Robertson. I'm Executive Director of the Jackie Joyner Kersee Foundation. 2013 is the 25th anniversary of Jackie's 7,291 points in the heptathlon, and the record still stands. I think that's absolutely amazing. Now, we need your support. We need your help. We're asking 7,291 people to donate $10 each to the Jackie Joyner Kersee Foundation to support our programs and operations. Go to jjkfoundation.org, click on 25th anniversary, and donate $10. Everybody can help. Together, we can make this happen. Let's do this. Thank you.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Longtime friend, Catherine Dunham.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys went way back.
Yes.
And you did the fast during that time. Do you reminisce on those kinds of things? Or
Reminisce on what? Reminisce for what?
You don't do that? Okay.
Reminisce for what? I make millions of dollars. I remember this stand at the bank and the check cash.
Okay.
It ain't about that.
Mhm.
I leave here tonight and pull my car over and do the same thing they would to a drug addict. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. I ain't never committed a crime in my life. One of the most honorable, respected people on the planet. Can you see the date of that? Chicago Tribune.
March 10th, 1970.
One of the most powerful papers in the world at that time.
Right.
Chicago Tribune, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they say?
Yes.
And what's the headline, front page?
Says FBI memo, use mob against Dick Gregory.
And when you read that, they tell me about kill me. This ain't no thug mobster. This is the head of the FBI. Huh? The late J. Edgar Hoover sent a message to Chicago office of the FBI. Develop measures to neutralize Dick Gregory. I mean, that's the word for kill. Huh? And you worry about some punks walking down the street with their pants, and this sucker here, one of the most powerful lawmen in the world, and he gonna do that to me, but he didn't know. I got the memo for the FBI guy that gave it to the press. It's a game that takes place. And so when we stop and think about how many people take their black children to Disneyland to see a rat but haven't carried them to King's grave. What can we do? 3 million Japanese from Japan get on a plane and fly here every year to see King's grave. It's okay. And the universal God, I'm talking about the church.
Mm-hmm.
The dinosaurs been gone 2 billion years. We know that. But there was no church that's 2 billion years old. You know that. So go back to the dinosaurs And what universal God that was there that made everything? Church ain't made nothing. Hmm? Ain't made no mountain.
That's right.
Hmm?
That's right.
Dog women. Hmm? And even women go along with it. Hmm? And so I'm saying, back in the days of the dinosaur, who's been gone 2 billion years, you know who was here then? The butterfly. Little bitty butterfly.
Mm.
You know who was here then? Turtle. Butterfly still here. Our symbol, America, the bald eagle. The butterfly can fly all the way across the Atlantic Ocean, fly all the way across the Pacific Ocean, but the bald eagle can't make that trip. And that's how we won. That's who you are. Little caterpillar. You ever picked up one of these little girls?
Yes.
You ever fell in love with somebody and told them a caterpillar said, I love you, dearest?
No.
But out of that caterpillar crawls, hooks to a tree,
Mm-hmm.
and that cocoon heats up, and out of that comes beautiful you. You don't even know it. Because white folks ain't told you. It's you. That beautiful butterfly. The power. The power. All hurricanes start right at West Africa, where the slaves was put on the ship. All hurricanes stay on the water and follow the same path the slave ship followed. No slave was offloaded the ship till it got to the Caribbean. No hurricane jumps above water till it get to the Caribbean. And they hit this east coast and come all the way up to Maine. And Canada is close to Maine as you are to me, but Canada's never had a hurricane because Canada never did to a black sister what America had. You don't even know that.
Mm. Richard Glaxton Dick Gregory. Yes, you've heard it. We've heard quite a bit this evening, and he has so much to share. We're going to have to make this a two-part series. Thank you for tuning in to Smile Television Talk Show. Join us every Monday night at 8 o'clock p.m. on Charter Cable Channel 984. Keep smiling. You look better when you smile.